Good evening and welcome to tonight's Boise State Esports broadcast. We are broadcasting to you live from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena in downtown Boise, Idaho. And tonight we are going to be covering NACE Rocket League and Boise State looking to start their season off right. I'm your host, Jacob Jem Palmer, joined by Michael Fisher. Fish, this is one of the first games in the new NACE Fall 2021 season. The Broncos are looking to start with a lot of momentum after they won their first game, and now they are going up against University of Manitoba. And in this Rocket League squad we see here, Fish, we have got some classic faces, Baynock and Cosmo Buster, but also Danger, a new recruit for the Broncos. So how is this mix of old and new meshing together so far?
I mean, I think it's going to be, a great kind of storyline to follow. I mean, as you mentioned, they won their first matchup in NACE last week against Dakota State 3-0. So clearly something already working, but I know following the Boise State team, they were in a couple of Rocket League tournaments over the summer working on that lineup. They have about 6 very talented Rocket League players that they can kind of mix and match. So I'll be very curious to get, Danger, Cosmo, and Baynock's first appearance on the stream this semester, see how things mesh. I mean, of course, you've mentioned we know what Baynock and Cosmo can do. Very interesting. I think I've seen Danger a little bit with Gil and Instinct, so very curious to see how he's going to mesh in. But the one thing I know is that the University of Manitoba is in for a wild ride because all 3 of these players I have seen personally pop off, and they easily can take over a game. And in a best of 5, that can get away from you in a hurry if Baynock and Cosmo in particular start having huge nights.
Well, it's nice to start off the season broadcasting tonight. This is the first match that we are broadcasting to you for the NACE Fall 2021 season. The Broncos already had a match earlier, and they have won that match, so they are starting the season off 1-0, looking to make it 2-0. And let's just do a quick overview of the tournament that they are competing in. This is the NACE Rocket League tournament, and just to give everyone kind of a view over of how it works out, it's going to be best of 5, a 3v3, 5-minute standard game with the golden goal situation in overtime. This is just standard Rocket League that we all know very well, Fish.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's still one of the best things to see, and no matter what your favorite sport is, they show the rules a million times. Like, yeah, I already know this, but it's like, this is just what you love to see. No gimmicks, best of 5, absolutely love it. Cannot be more stoked to see how the Broncos kick things off here because, like I said, I think a storyline we're going to have a lot this year is, who is going to be playing for Boise State, not in terms of a bad thing, but there's just so much talent. How do you get it all on the proverbial field enough to kind of shine through? So I'm excited mainly to see what Danger can do, but I mean, you and I have been here for, 2-3 years now, Jem. We know Cosmo can absolutely take over, and, you give Baynock a chance to pop off. I mean, good luck. It's 10-0 before you even blink.
Yeah, well, not only that, but we have got quite the matchup to start off our coverage of the NACE 2021 fall season because it is an international match, if you will. Boise State versus the University of Manitoba. In terms of mascots, it's the Broncos versus the Bison, Fish, so kind of a battle of the Western Plains, if you will. But we've been talking about the lineup of people that we have on our Rocket League team. Just to recap that is going to be Cosmo Buster, Baynock, and Danger, and those lineups are brought to you by Count Identity Trust Global Network. They deliver real-time fraud protection and account protection for over 9,000 leading brands and payment providers. You can go to count.com, KOUNT.com for more information. Well, before we get into the match, one of the things that these teams are going to want to try to remember to be at their best is going to be Doc's keys to the game. And before we as we line up Doc's keys to the game, do you have any kind of Fish's keys to the game?
I think the biggest thing for me is going to be, can Boise State be the aggressor? Side control is absolutely huge, but why listen to me when you can listen to Doc?
And Doc's keys to the game in Rocket League is to create mistakes, punish if they overcommit, do not overstay your welcome, and bump and demo to disrupt the other team. Those are Doc's keys to the game, brought to you by Drop-In Gaming. Drop-In Gaming is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you are new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop-In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com. All right, we are getting ready to head into the first match of the night. This is going to be Boise State versus versus University of Manitoba, the Broncos versus the Bison, and I am just ready to drop in right now if you are, Fish.
I'm totally ready to go. I mean, you mentioned the Battle of the Western Plains. I think hopefully for Boise State fans, they don't need to get too, hopefully we don't have the real-life version of this, because while the Bronco might be fast, in the end, the Buffalo will run it over if you give it the chance. So very excited to see how these teams do. And like I said, I really just want to see how this sort of Rocket League team meshes together. We're so used to, and I apologize in advance, Danger, if I call you Ace Pocket, because that is the lineup we are used to seeing is Baynock, Cosmo, and Ace Pocket. Danger now in there now. I mean, of course, we had Instinct in the end of the spring, who kind of has slotted in as well. So there's so much talent. Boise State's almost begging for, like, can we play like Overwatch but on Rocket League? Can we play 6v6 or 5v5? Because that is how many talented Rocket League players this school has.
I don't have the constitution for that, no.
Could you imagine how it would be absolutely insane? We'd have a real soccer match breakout.
Explosions all over the place.
Everything would be 1-0. It would be the most boring thing ever. I'm sorry I even suggested that. But no, I mean, that is how confident Boise State is they can actually just play. I think we even have 2 Rocket League matches going on simultaneously, because we have enough players to pull that off.
Yeah.
So I'm absolutely stoked to see what happens here in Game 1 as we get right into it.
All right, the Broncos versus the Bison. And right off the bat, there is going to be a bit of play in the midfield as Zuki from the Bison are looking to set it up in front of Boise State's goal. Cosmo looking to get a clear there, isn't going to find it. Danger is going to pass that off to the corner, and Baynock is actually going to get demoed. Right off the bat, the Broncos on the back foot.
Yeah, boost for the Broncos was very low as well. Now Cosmo has a full tank. Looks like Danger's going to try and dribble it up the field. Does lose it. Toon Lonk with a great back pass there. But unfortunately, that ball's going to be stolen away as P. Seifel was trying to dribble it into the Broncos' net. Danger missing off the roof. Baynock comes in, gets that ball tied up with Toon Lonk. And right now, Boise State just cannot find a clear as Cosmo's back pass gets stolen away. Huge save there by Danger, but Boise not out of trouble yet as Toon Lonk with another great shot. And Jem, Boise State's playing way too much defense for my comfort early on.
Yeah, and right there as they try to get a clear, Zuki is going to be able to keep the side control going for University of Manitoba. Now here's the Broncos opening. We'll see if they can capitalize on it. Zuki misses the ball there, and the Broncos are having to rotate back to stop some sort of open goal here. So this might just be them trying to work out their communications, see how well they work with each other, because it does seem like they're uncharacteristically fumbling around it. It's going to be the first goal for the Bison.
Now, Boise State has not put together a shot. You see Baynock was just trying to center it up. Double commit, really a triple commit there for Boise State. That is, as you mentioned, that early communication being figured out, because that was not a good look.
Yeah. As much as I appreciate that Jurassic World Jeep skin that Boise State is rocking there, I would much more appreciate a goal here as Baynock puts it off the backboard, and it's going to go off toward the corner here. Here comes Cosmo. It's going to try to push it toward the goal, but it is way too slow, allowing more than enough time for Toon to save it there. Now Baynock's going to push it toward the middle of the field where Cosmo's waiting. Looks like they were looking to maybe hand it off to Danger there, but the play didn't quite go through, and Boise State just can't find anything right now. They don't even have one shot on goal right now, Fish.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of saves, but that won't do you much. But Danger's going to try and turn that around. Tries to air dribble, loses it, but Cosmo Buster's going to pass it over to Baynock. Shot wide of the net as P. Seifel's able to save it. Danger now looking for a back pass to Cosmo. Shot on target, and Cosmo, first shot of the game, and Boise State's tied it up.
Now there's a bit more of what we'd want to see for the Broncos. Just a great little hop up there, but it's actually going to be Cosmo who comes in there with just the right angle as soon as 2 of the Bison had already committed downfield. Now we are going to go into the second half of this game. We're almost 2 minutes, 30 seconds into it, and right now the kickoff looked like it might have gone in favor of the Bison there, but the Broncos looking to recover there as Baynock drives it up the field, is going to be looking to center it up for Cosmo, who's waiting, but Seifel is going to be able to take it away from him. Now it goes back to the center of the field. Cosmo is demoed before he can make a play, but Danger steps up, keeping the side control going for the Broncos.
Cosmo's got to retreat into the corner. Great clear around multiple members of Manitoba. Does look like Zuki's able to get back in time. Barely steals that one away. Now it's Boise State who's got to be careful. Double demo comes out from Cosmo. Almost didn't get to the ball in time. But he does finally as he's going to clear it up. Once again, though, fresh off the respawn, Manitoba has taken control of this game offensively. Zuki now off back post right in front of the net. As P. Seifel not quite able to get that one centered on. Boise State looking for a clear. Cosmo with a bad touch. Ball rolls in front of the net. Broncos barely holding on for dear life right now. Demo onto Baynock, but Danger gets the clear.
Now Boise State, well, I was going to say they had some side control, but a nice clear from the Bison are going to keep them in this game. Baynock looking for this clear, contesting with Toon. Toon gets the better of that. Now Danger is going to drive it back to midfield where Cosmo's waiting, but Cosmo just wasn't quite in the right angle, so now it's going to go back over to Baynock. And Toon is only going to be able to ground it there. No sort of clear coming through. Both these teams look pretty evenly matched as we are just over a minute left in this first game. It is a best of 5. And Baynock trying to center it up there, but it's going to stay toward the side of the field.
Toon Lock going to dribble it. Can't quite seek it around Cosmo, but Cosmo doesn't actually push the ball the correct direction as P. Seifel puts it right in front of the net. Boise State's defense has been rock solid, Jem. The problem is they're playing way too much of it. 60 seconds left in this game 1. They try and clear it. Baynock basically centers it for Manitoba. Scary spot there for Boise State as Toon Lock will launch it across the field. Boise State still trying to find a clear. Danger back passes it to himself up on the wall. Going to play it off the roof. Ball gets dunked over him, though, as P. Siffel now in that corner. Looking for a great shot as Boise State barely clears it away from with Baynock getting a touch at the last moment.
30 seconds left in this match. Toonlonk's going to be looking to play around Cosmo. Cosmo was able to deflect it somewhat over to Danger. Now with Baynock having to come in with another save there, getting kind of a defensive hat trick, if you will, with 3 saves. Broncos have 5 saves overall in this game, but only 2 shots on goal. They have really struggled to get it into Bison territory. But right now they're looking to follow up right toward the right post, but it's not going to go in. Is there a follow-up from Danger to flick it over? No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the Bison. Broncos have to look out here for the shot on goal. We're going into overtime.
Woo! Well, I mean, Boise State only needed almost 3 shots, but now it's that golden goal overtime we talk about all the time. This has to favor Manitoba. They have been dominating offensively. I think, 6 shots to 4, and most of the Boise State shots coming in the final 5 seconds. But the Broncos have a chance, but a huge whiff there by Baynock. One more chance for Cosmo, the pass over. That one's turned away as well. The ball just too slow. Toon Lock takes a shot. Danger makes a very risky save. Barely got a bumper on that one. And Boise State holds on, and this is explosive first 30 seconds overtime.
And in the center of the field, Zuki is going to look to pass it over to P. Seifel there. He's only able to drive it toward the corner, and Danger is waiting right there. Pass over to Baynock, plays it around one of the Bison, up the field toward the goal, and there goes Danger with the win for Boise State.
It's a great play there. The give and go from Baynock and Danger. Absolutely perfect. I'll be honest, Jim, watching that back, that just felt like a double commit that Boise State got lucky on. Because, I mean, Danger and Baynock are right next to each other. I mean, they got the game winner, but why are you driving next to each other? This isn't the freeway. Spread out a little bit.
I do have to say I kind of agree with you there, Fish, in that even though the Broncos won it, I don't know if they necessarily had any business winning it, because for the vast majority of the game, the Bison were in control.
Well, I think you're right. I think Meek, but I don't want to say Boise State didn't deserve to win that because their defense was lights out. Absolutely spectacular defensive performance from Boise State. But no, I think you're right. It felt like Manitoba was in control of that game. Most of the Boise State shots came late on that kind of scramble at the end where none of those shots were really ever in danger of scoring. So I think Boise State has to kind of consider themselves lucky. I think you're right, Jim. It feels like they stole one. And, hey, that's all you need sometimes.
Well, the Broncos are looking to go on to the second game. If they win this one, they'll be at match point, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. So the main thing the Broncos need to improve on is this side control, because the Bison overall had more shots on goal. It really was just the great defense of the Broncos that came in handy for them. And I do have to say, it doesn't seem like the rotations and the communication and the passes back or forth are quite as quick as we're used to seeing from the Broncos.
No, I mean, when you saw it in real time, that game-winning goal felt like a fantastic pass. But it ended up just being 2 guys playing the ball, and Boise State kind of got lucky on it. So, no, I think you're right. The passes haven't looked as crisp. The side control's the big issue. As Zuki, once again, we join right in. Manitoba already in full control. Now Baynock's going to try and dribble it up. Pass over to Danger. Stolen away, though, by P. Stiffel. And now into the corner goes P. Siffel. Zuki right there as well, but Baynock's going to steal it away. Toon Lonk now wants a pass to nobody. It's going to be a high arcing shot above the Broncos net. Boise State misses the clear. P. Siffel clears it up. Somebody's got to be there for Manitoba, but nobody's home. And Boise State will hold on as Danger gets a great demo to keep the Broncos alive.
That'll give probably just a little bit of time for the Broncos to clear out here as they are looking to center it up for Baynock, but just off to the right is not going to find the Broncos' first goal. The clear there is denied from Danger, and a demo on to Zuki. Leaves it open for the Broncos, but they are unfortunately not able to score on that one.
I think Danger might have even saved that one. It was hard to tell. Now they chip one in. Oh, Cosmo sneaks it in. You can see the goalie for Manitoba really had no idea what to do, and this is what we expect. Multiple attempts. Again, a really awkward double commit bails out for Boise State. But hey, they'll take it no matter what. They actually have the lead this time.
All right, here comes the next kickoff. It is going to be slightly in the favor of the Broncos. Look at Danger there with that great pop off to the corner. Now Cosmo's going to try to wrangle it from the Broncos. The Bison. And they look for their shot on goal. Baynok's going to be credited with one, but no goal so far to make it 2-0.
That was a great stop by Zuki. Kind of robbed on the save there. He challenged Baynok right on the ball. Stopped that shot before it even got started. Now Cosmo can't stop Toon Lonk. Baynok's going to run into him and get that ball at least onto the orange side for a moment. Danger off the sidewall. Pass over to Cosmo. Can't quite get the touch on it, but off the wall. Back to Danger. Here comes Baynok. But Toon Lonk reads that one perfectly. That's the passing we're used to seeing, though, for Boise State. But now they've got a wide open net. Toon Lonk's going to take that one. Boise State just over-aggressed on that, and it's a free goal for Manitoba.
Yeah, you can see one of the members was back there trying to collect. I don't even know where necessarily.
I think Danger was getting that full boost in the corner.
Yeah, but it just seemed like that took a little bit too long. Normally they rotate back faster than that. So unfortunately the Broncos are just seeming like they're a little bit off their game right now. And so here comes Baynok trying to look for the clear, but P-Siffle's going to stop that right there with Toon getting a shot just to the left, though. Here comes Danger, though. It's going to play it up the side with the pass to Cosmo. Baynok is not going to be able to get it, as a great steal there from the Bison are going to keep their side control.
Great dunk by Baynok to keep the ball away from the net as Cosmo's going to launch it down. Doesn't look like P-Siffle is there with that full boost. Going to carry it up on the wall. Ends up letting the ball in his lamp, and Baynok takes advantage of that. Zuki with a rare miss. Ball just kind of hopping at that midfield stripe. Danger and Baynok. They go for the fake out, but Toon Lonk not afraid with a great save. Cosmo centers it up. One more chance. Not quite able to convert. Baynok hanging around in that goal. Pass to Danger. Shots too high. Do they have one more chance? No, they don't, but a great offensive set for Boise State, and Baynok keeps it alive. He's got Danger near midfield. Ball recentered to himself. Off back wall. Cosmo was looking for it, but it looks like he's just going to hold back near that midfield stripe as P-Siffle's going to push it over to the blue side.
Danger is not going to let any sort of side control start for the Bison. Instead, he's going to try to center it up again. Zuki stops the centering pass there. Is now going to go and look for the clear. Gets it to midfield. Now the Broncos looking to take it away from P-Siffle are able to push it back toward. Look at that redirect. It's just a little bit to the left. But my God, he's going to play it off and get his second goal.
Now that is an insane solo goal from Danger. We see it again here. He just blasts it down, stays with the rebound the whole time. If you're Zuki, you just got to guess where the ball is going. That's never a spot you want to be as a goalie. And Boise State takes advantage. You'd probably like one more here, Jim, just to give Boise State that cushion. It's off the kickoff. P-Siffle wins it, but Danger in a great spot. Huge challenge by Toon Lonk. Boise State's got to be careful. Net's wide open. And Boise State off the kickoff just gives it right back within 5 seconds.
That is very unfortunate as the Broncos just rotated up way too far there. Cosmo was the only one that really had a shot at it. I think actually Baynok was also racing back in his Jurassic Park Jeep, but in the immortal words of Dr. Evan Malcolm, must go faster.
Baynok see if he can get Boise State back in the lead. Going to carry it up midfield, pass into that corner. Wants to try and center it up. Kind of stops Toon Lonk for a moment. Toon Lonk even loses the dribble. Great shot by Cosmo. Huge save at the last second by Zuki. Boise State did not have a follow-up. Danger with a great play there. A whip from Manitoba. Baynok takes advantage. Great set up here. Toon Lonk barely misses on it, and Baynok's able to capitalize on a kind of a poor contest there by P-Siffle.
All right, the Broncos find themselves back in the lead. Here we go. The next kickoff is going to go slightly in the favor. It kind of gets pinched off to the side, but the Broncos are actually going to have to play defense as the Bison were able to play off that kickoff well. So now Toon Lonk is looking to get his center here. Waiting back for Zuki in the midfield to play off it, but is not going to get a chance as the Broncos clear it, are able to center it. Here comes Baynok, and with the triumphant roar from Rexy, the Broncos have a 4-2 lead.
This is what we're used to right here. Cosmo taking two members out of the play himself. Toon Lonk, I don't even think knew Baynok was there. as he had bicycled to reset his momentum, and Baynock took a free goal. Two-goal lead here for Boise State. Minute left, which we talk about all the time, Jim. 30 seconds of goals, usually a safe spot to be, so Manitoba doesn't need to panic. So we drop under that 60-second mark.
Now 1 minute left, ball in midfield. Cosmo looking to pass it over to Danger, is able to do it. Baynock is waiting right near the goal. Tried to contest there, but wasn't quite able to get the better of that one. Now Baynock's going to try again. It gets grounded toward Cosmo, toward the front of the goal, but P. Siffel was going to stop any shot on goal there. Actually, that's a great clear. Is actually going to be credited with a shot on goal there. But right now, the Broncos, if we had any criticism of them not having any shots on goal last round, then they have certainly made up for it right now. 14 shots on goal thus far in this second game.
Still got to hold on, though. Even with the 6 shots, Manitoba had a great chance there. 18 seconds left. Boise State looking for the dagger, and Danger's going to pull it out and plunge it through the Buffalo heart of the University of Manitoba. Great solo goal here again. Again, though.
Yeah, Baynock, yeah.
Feels like we're driving on a highway sometimes.
It does.
Move
over, I'm signaling here.
Exactly. This isn't just a 2-lane highway here for Boise State. You've got a whole field to play with. Luckily for them, doesn't really matter now as 10 seconds left. 3 goals would be almost impossible for Manitoba. As time ticks down, Boise State gets closer and closer to going on to match point. Danger will just bump it along. And as soon as this ball touches the ground for one last time, Boise State will find themselves up 2-0 in the series, and that will be what happens. And I mean, honestly, if you're a Boise State fan, you got to be happy that I think the players, to be honest, this has not been their best series of Rocket League, but they still felt, especially in that game, in complete command.
Well, it does mean that they are looking at possibly going to 2-0 for the season thus far. We're just going to have to see if they can get the victory. A big improvement, though. I mean, we're still seeing some of those double commits emerging, but overall the Broncos had a much better time in terms of side control and shots on goal in the second game.
Yeah, it almost felt like we traded it, though, right, Jim? We had a much better offense, but the 2 goals we allowed defensively were question marks. They were wide open goals. You're kind of like, what's happening here? So it was kind of felt like Boise State had a great offensive game, like you said, but defensively it was kind of like, at times, like, this shouldn't be happening. So yeah, again, I think the biggest thing for me right now is, and again, I mean, just from the Boise State perspective, because that's what we see all the time, this feels like Boise State is not playing what they would call their A game. They're still, especially in that game, dominating this series. So they've got to be happy, and if they put it all together in Game 3, unless Manitoba's got something up their sleeve, this feels like Boise State is trending towards that 2-0 start. We'll see. Danger, my goodness, though. He has had some insane solo goals and also set up Baynock on a couple as well. This team feels like they're starting to shake the rust off, starting to get into the groove together, and feels like they might make quite a run here in NACE as this season goes on and they get more and more playing time together.
I totally agree. It makes me wonder, though, how much communication issues we might have seen in the first game, because that was when we didn't actually broadcast, but the Boise State won it 3-0, I believe. So I don't know if it's just they're still just a little rusty starting this season, but this is still the second game of the season. But if in a few weeks we're on to game 4 and 5 and we're still seeing some of these communication issues, then I might be a little bit more concerned.
Right now, Boise State's trying to just erase all our concerns, Jim, with a 3-0 sweep. That'll really soften everybody's heart. It's a great save there by Baynock, denying the rebound. Cosmo not quite able to keep the ball alive. Zuki looking for a back pass to somebody. Ends up back passing it to themselves before Danger steals it away. Baynock well short on that pass. As P. Siffel and Cosmo going to get that ball tied up just on the orange side. Toon Long can't quite dribble it around. Zuki, though, is going to blast it into that blue corner and make some space for Manitoba.
Right now, the Broncos looking to find their clear. It's going to be a demo onto Toonlonk there, giving the Broncos just a little bit of time. Actually, no, it's going to be stopped by the Bison. The Broncos have to go back and set up their next play. It's going to be Cosmo driving it to the other side of the field. Danger and Baynock are waiting in front of the goal. Oh, that was looked like a miscalculation there, Fish. And if it hadn't been a shot just to the left of the goal, excuse me, that could have really been nasty for the Broncos.
It's a huge demo into Cosmo. Baynock makes a great play to keep that ball alive. Danger in a 1-on-3. It's Cosmo off the respawn, looking to play it to thought for himself there for a moment. Now Danger's in a 1-on-3. Great stop, though, just on the blue side. Even steals it away from P. Seifel. Cosmo takes a shot. Baynock with the rebound. But again, there's a lot of blue all in the same place as Boise State misses an opportunity.
Zuki is going to be looking to ground it, but it is a nice tap there from Danger that is going to drive it up the field. Baynock with the follow-up off the right post, and it doesn't go. Ugh. Oh, that's frustrating.
Ball just wasn't quite fast enough. Boise State still has all the pressure right now. Cosmo going to peel out as Baynock challenges in the corner. Baynock gets a great center. Looks like to himself. Ends up bumping Zuki out of the way, but Cosmo couldn't get there in time. Great play by Danger, though. Just holding back, denying an easy shot on goal for P. Siffel. As Danger now wants to dribble it upfield. Looking for maybe a back pass to Baynock. Baynock will take it over. Uses a great fake out there. That is what every time we've seen Baynock, he makes a play that just says, you can't do that. It's not allowed. Great fake, not once, but twice by Danger for a wide open net.
Well, very, very impressive from Baynock to get Boise State their first goal. We are about halfway through this third match. Boise State at match point, and we could be ending this night pretty early if the Broncos get a 3-0 victory. Danger is going to pass it over to the side. Zuki looking to center it up. There goes Baynock, is going to run right into P. Siffel about midfield. But Danger keeps the play going. Pass over to Baynock. Toonlong steals it away with the pass over to P. Siffel. Able to push it toward the goal. Dangerous situation for the Broncos, and it isn't scored. And that is actually a very huge stroke of luck for the Broncos. That should have been a goal.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate from P. Siffel. Choked it not once but twice. Now with this second chance, we'll see if Boise State can short things up, maybe even get that insurance goal. As Cosmo shot wide of the net, P. Siffel pops it up over Baynock, but Danger is there. Baynock waiting on that wall, can't quite beat Toonlong to it, but Cosmo will just simply steal it away. Great pinch there, and Manitoba not really able to make much happen as Baynock centers it up. Cosmo, though, playing very cautiously, doesn't make a play on it.
Now we head over to Baynock on the side, fighting with P. Siffel. P. Siffel is able to ground the ball over to Danger. Now he passes over to Cosmo, trying to get a shot on goal there, but deflected by Toonlong off to the side of the field. Zuki looking to pass, trying to get the clear, but Cosmo is going to stop that, leave it for Danger to contest with Toonlong, and Toonlong wins that. Actually, it looks like he was going to win the 50-50 there, but Baynock coming in clutch in a backup there for the Broncos. Now the ball gets passed over to Cosmo. Danger set up for the shot on goal, is going to be credited with one, but Toonlong with a save.
State's got to be careful. They've had a couple of defensive breakdowns here. Only a minute left. They can easily win it. The scoreline holds. Baynock won the back pass. Nobody there. Cosmo takes the shot. Danger will elevate off the back wall. Here comes Baynock. Ball rolls wide of the net. Boise State in a very aggressive position for only having a one-goal lead. Cosmo, the ball net was wide open, but the ball wasn't fast enough. Baynock's going to try the same thing. Danger's there this time over to Cosmo, but a great save by P. Siffel. 30 seconds left. Manitoba off the demo has a great chance to tie it here. They bump the goalie out of the way, but the shot's too high. And Boise State can let out a sigh of relief.
But it is still in the realm of possibility for the University of Manitoba, the Bisons, but the Broncos looking to stop it right off the left post there, unable to get the goal. Baynock follow-up, trying to get that insurance goal. The final one, Cosmo gets the win for Boise State.
It's just Boise State playing very aggressive for having a one-goal lead. Baynock with a great setup there. Not quite sure what P. Siffel was doing. Didn't see him back in that goal at all, and now with 3 seconds left, Manitoba will just have to wonder what if P. Siffel had put that easy goal in. A couple of demos come out, but no two-point shot in Rocket League. That'll touch the ground, and it wasn't pretty gem, but Boise State gets the W, and hey, W's are pretty dang awesome.
Yeah, it's still a 2-0 record for the Broncos in this NACE season, starting it off with authority, with a 3-0 lead. Congratulations to all the Broncos for that performance. Well, Fish, it turns out it was quite a quick night.
a journey, honestly. That was something else. I mean, and props to the University of Manitoba. They put themselves in a great position. I mean, like I said, I'm sure P. Siffel is still kicking themselves on that wide open goal that they had 2 opportunities, and who knows how that game plays out, because they had another great chance at the end there. If the scoreline's 1-1, they could have even won that game. So a huge props to the University of Manitoba. Boise State still figuring things out. you can see the potential of this lineup, I think, is the biggest takeaway tonight, Jem. When Boise State plays at their best, which is kind of a combination of Game 1's defensive effort and Game 2's offensive effort, this team's going to be hard to stop. It's just getting those games to be at the same time that I think Boise State's going to have to work the most on.
Well, we are going to look at the standings overall for this season. The Broncos, as we said, are 2-0 for the season thus far. We can kind of see where things are shaping up. No other team has really matched them thus yet, but we do still see some 1-0. So I'm sure one of the teams that we see here are going to be a 2-0 with the Broncos.
Yeah, and I mean, you have the two sort of regional rivals, if you will. We've had a ton of great events with Washington State, ton of great events with Washington. As someone who's from that area, I would love nothing more than Boise State to absolutely roll over the Huskies and Cougars so I can brag to all my friends. But hey, great spot to be at 2-0. Doesn't matter if both your opponents are 0-2. Doesn't matter, as long as you keep beating the teams in front of them. Boise State, great start to the season, as you mentioned. I'm sure we'll see a couple teams join them at 2-0. But right now, Boise State cannot be happier that right now they sit atop the standings, if you will, until everybody else's game becomes official later tonight.
Well, do you have any kind of final thoughts on any particular player that we might want to highlight for the player of the game?
I mean, I think it has to be Danger. I mean, Danger had some absolutely spectacular goals for Boise State, a couple of great solo plays, also set up a couple of great goals as well. So, I mean, I think it's got to be Danger when you score the most goals. When you have the game winner, obviously, that's always kind of a factor as well. So I'd go with Danger. Cosmo and Baynock were solid as always, but Danger really showing up big in this stage.
I would have to agree. I would give it to Danger. We are going to see who the ICCU player of the game is in a few moments. But right now, Danger, I would say, is in the front running. I think you could also give it to Baynock because he had a really nice kind of solo dribble up the field in the third game. So either one of them could really be in the running for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest problem here for both Cosmo and Baynock is that they made a lot of spectacular defensive highlights. And, you know, the goals are what everybody loves, so I think Danger's going to get it. But honestly, I thought this team played really well, especially Game 2. Game 2, you just go back, and besides those two kind of very awkward goals, which one of them was just kind of like a great kickoff from the side of Manitoba, I thought Boise State played incredibly well. And, yeah, I would fully expect Danger to be the player of the game, but all three members always deserving. I don't know if Baynock and Cosmo have enough room on their fridge for any more ICCU player of the game, so they do have quite a bit of them. I would like to share the love with Danger, but, yeah, all three of these players played spectacular.
Well, whoever it is going to be the ICCU Player of the Game, brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful. Just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success, it is going to be Baynock, in fact, and he had a great solo dribble there.
Yeah, Baynock had some spectacular plays as always. I mean, like I said, every time we do a game that has Baynock in it, there's always some sort of moment where I'm like, Baynock, that is illegal. You actually cannot do that in the state of Idaho because he is absolutely insane. And so fit in so perfectly with Cosmo and Danger, and we always know what to expect from Baynock. Great finishes as well. So very well deserved. Like I said, maybe he can – I don't know if he has a big enough fridge for all these player of the games. Like, that's my only concern right now.
I will say he does deserve player of the game, if not just for the skin he chose in the Jurassic World Jeep. I just really approve of that. I'm not saying that you don't want to use it because it is very effective, but I've just seen too many default cars lately in Rocket League, and I'm nice to see it. It's nice to see a little bit of reality.
You know, I feel like Baynock would win the most creative car usage award for Boise State. He is always in something that you're like, I don't know if you should be in that, but hey, he makes it work to spectacular fashion. So honestly, well, so like I said, he's gonna have to do we have like a gift card to Lowe's or like Home Depot we can hook him up with? Because he's got to upgrade the fridge. I know my mini fridge in college would not fit the number of player game awards that Baynock has gotten over his career.
Yeah, I have no idea, but I would say the too many gold stars right now on the chalkboard.
That's never a bad thing, though, right? Like,
no, it's nice. You can do a bumper sticker and stuff.
You can share some with mom and dad, give them something on the fridge.
Doc can get a new bumper sticker. You know, my athlete is a gold star student at Boise State University, so.
No, very well deserved. Honestly, like I said, once this team figures things out, you get that defensive effort from Game 1 and then the offensive effort from Game 2. This team is going to be absolutely insane. But, I mean, still, I think Game 1 also you have to talk about, Jim. You and I kind of both felt Manitoba should have won that game. They felt like the better team. Boise State finding a way to close that one out in overtime, kind of even in those last 5 seconds almost winning it, is definitely something that Boise State has to be very proud of.
Well, we are going to leave you with that victory, and the Broncos starting off the season with a very nice 2-0 record. But we are going to leave you with the top 5 plays of the game, brought to you by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invite you to take your critical thinking skills into real time. More than 10 positions offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is one of the best teams to join out there. Reach out to them on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. That's going to do it for us tonight. Congratulations to the Broncos, and enjoy your top 5 plays of the game. Not able to score on that one.
I think Danger might have even saved that one. It was hard to tell. Now they chip one in. Oh, Cosmo sneaks it in. You can see the goalie for Manitoba really had no idea what to do, and this is what we expect. Multiple attempts. Again, a really awkward double commit bails out for Boise State.
Field. Now the Broncos looking to take it away from P-Sif, who are able to push it back toward. Look at that redirect. It's just a little bit to the left. But my God, he's going to play it off and get his second goal.
Now that is an insane solo goal from Danger. We see it again here. He just blasts it down, stays with the rebound the whole time. If you're Zuki, you just got to guess where the ball is. Shot by Cosmo. Huge save at the last second by Zuki. Boise State did not have a follow-up. Danger with a great play there. A whip from Manitoba. Baynock takes advantage. Great shot set up here. Toonlonk barely misses on it, and Baynock's able to capitalize on a kind of a poor contestant
here. Waiting back for Zuki in the midfield to play off it, but is not going to get a chance as the Broncos clear it, are able to center it. Here comes Baynock, and with the triumphant roar from Rexy, the Broncos have a 4-2 lead.
This is what we're used to right here. Cosmo taking 2 members out of the play himself. Toonlonk down Biffle. And his Danger now wants to dribble it upfield. Looking for maybe a back pass to Baynock. Baynock will take it over. Uses a great fake out there. That is what every time we've seen Baynock, he makes a play that just says, you can't do that. It's not allowed. Great fake, not one.